Hi Scorpio, welcome to your Astro-Tarot 2017 forecast. My name is Charlotte from Astrology.com, and today we'll be doing your 2017 Astro forecast with a look at the planetary transits and also include messages from Spirit with the cards here. So the first thing I want to talk about is the eclipses that are coming up this year. There are 4 eclipses, 2 solar and 2 lunar. And as you may or may not know, eclipses bring new beginnings, but they also bring endings. Lunar eclipses tend to bring endings, and solar eclipses bring beginnings. And so in the first part of the year, your outlook will probably be colored by the first 2 eclipses. These eclipses are really going to change the dynamic of your career field or your place in society or how people view you, the title that people view you as. In other words, your name is Mrs. or Mr. So-and-so, and you are known for what? Are you known for being married? Are you known for being a lawyer, doctor, whatever it is that you feel like brings you an accolade in your society or in the people that you surround yourself with. This is largely your reputation, but it also involves your career. So you'll be experiencing one ending there and one beginning this year. So I'll lay the cards out. And we had a Mercury retrograde back in December. And that retrograde started on the 19th, and it was in the sign of Capricorn, which is your communication sector. So a lot of you really spent December and going into January really rethinking a lot of things. And also thinking about your finances. Mercury is largely the ruler of your finances, as well as your friendship sector. So perhaps many of you are thinking about how you would be able to sustain your income or pay off the debt, or thinking about how you could better work with groups of people, or just feeling like maybe you weren't a part of a group even with the Mercury retrograde there. And then from January 27th, there was a new moon in Aquarius, and this really opened up a new beginning for your home and family sector. Mercury was just direct then, or had just come out of the shadow and was conjunct Pluto, your planet. So I think that, some of you may have experienced some disruptions in your home and family, or else you were able to get over some endings in home and family and sort of try to start again and building a better relationship with your family members. Some of you may have moved during that time. Some of you may have reestablished relationships with family members that you have been apart from for some time. For some of you, this may have been a change within your home, and of course your family dynamic includes your partnerships. And so you may have been willing to move forward for a family purpose. And once we get into February, there's a lunar eclipse. The new moon in January led towards that first eclipse in February, which took place on the 10th or 11th, depending on your time zone, the sign of Leo. And this sort of brought an ending to your career. And it may take a while to see that ending. It may take until summer for whatever this ending is that's taking place in your career or your reputation or your lifestyle or your marital status. But it's a painful, I think, experience, and it's a melancholy, bittersweet experience with it being a lunar eclipse there. And for some of you, this situation may have actually happened abruptly, and others of you, this is taking place in regard to some legal matter or some extensive communication. There's a second eclipse in February, and this takes place in your 5th house. And the 5th house is all about romance and children, and it's about bringing the romance back into your relationships. And for some of you, this could be the start of a new romance if you're single, or just having fun and feeling that inner child spirit once again, and to really find ways to brighten your relationship with your children, to have a good time, maybe attend events, fun and games, throw parties, that type of thing. It's just a lighthearted feeling overall. And there could be an issue beginning with your children. Actually, during this time, this eclipse is going to be largely conjunct Neptune. And so it's going to sort of be this very foggy feeling with a spiritual resonance there, where you're feeling, you know, a bit dreamy, almost like you don't have all the facts. For some of you, this could be issues with your children related to drugs. I do want to point that out. Someone had asked me that question the other day, and it definitely could be. I mean, not all eclipses are positive. I can't see your natal chart from where I'm at. I'm just reading a general reading here for all Scorpios. So definitely there could be an illness with a child. There could be a drug problem. There could also just be, you know, this lighthearted romantic feeling with a new romantic offer there with the 5th house. In the background, though, we have some noise with Mars conjunct Uranus, and this is a sudden shakeup. And this is takes place in Aries. So for you, this is going to be with work and with health. So this could definitely be a health-related situation with a child. You want to definitely watch the health of a child. This could also be, all of a sudden, you're faced with someone at work that you're romantically inclined to. This could also have to do with a shakeup with a pet, a shakeup with your health of someone else around you. So you want to, with Neptune being so prominent, Neptune rules all gases, liquids, and viruses. It covers the bloodstream. You definitely want to make sure that your child is protected from any of those types of things, and definitely review with your child about drug use and the importance of precautions and never trying a substance, and all of the complications and the downfall of addiction. Okay, so I'm going to start out reading the cards now, and then we'll go through some more planetary aspects and more into the eclipses and things as we go along. So the first thing that I see here is there's a relationship type of situation. And for some of you, this is an older relationship, maybe one from the past that's poking its head through. There's missing information here, but there's a caution here to really use your intuition. For some of you, this Queen of Cups will actually be used since you're a Scorpio, but it could be any woman who is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Could even be a male if the energy is more feminine. And that person is, I think that this is either you in a relationship or this is someone that you're involved with. And this person is really working hard, or you're working hard within the relationship to combat, some petty obstacles, and to really redefine your finances and try to make plans in regards to children with finances. And also, back to what I was saying about the eclipse, there is a need here. And the advice is to really clear out any obstacles surrounding your child that you are missing information on. If you feel like your child has a health issue, then you really need to research it. Also, there's this sort of imbalance with money going on here, and the need to really do more research or look for more ways to make money. Overall, there's a sense of unfulfillment, I think, in your love life, and looking back to maybe the way things were in the past, and of really trying to understand the way you would like to go in the future with this relationship. I didn't think I would be getting this far into Scorpio's relationships here with the different eclipses, because the eclipses themselves, for me, spell out that you are needing to make some changes at home, and that family concerns are really going to be a big part of your life this year. With this card here, usually I would say that this is an old relationship, but I'm really actually concerned about a child, and maybe a child that has to do with education. There could be some education concerns with this child, but I feel like there's more resources that need to be available with the situation. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the clarifiers out with your reading, because I'm very curious about this. I think for some of you, this is going to be an old flame showing up here for you, and but there's a lot of movement For those of you that are already in stable relationships, I see a lot of movement of energy rushing in, almost like you didn't even realize that this energy was coming in, and all of a sudden it's there. And I think this is going to take place around March into April. And this, I think there are new financial opportunities going to present themselves. This financial opportunity may present itself through your partner or through a female. But I do believe that there are going to be opportunities to increase your finances. But also there's this need to balance them or try to figure out a new direction for your finances to go in. Maybe you need a new budget plan. But it definitely shows you making plans. I think that there is some insecurity here. And there's this, need to really be the best that you can be. You're wanting to have the home security. You're wanting to have your family financially stable. You're wanting to help your children out when possible. But there are some disillusions around you. There are some things that you just can't quite see that are coming at the later part of the year. And for some of you, this is going to be a vast array of choices that you have to make, and you may not know which opportunity to take. For some of you that have good aspects to your natal chart from the transits that are coming around this year, this is going to be something for you that's going to allow you to choose from other opportunities. And here we have some of this. This may be the king. You may be the King of Cups here, or the King of Raphael, as Doreen Virtue has it, aligned with the Empress and these other opportunities. So you're aligning with a mother figure. Really decide what it is that you want out of these opportunities that are coming around. And it seems that you've already planted some seeds for these opportunities. You've already planted some seeds for this new career growth or this change in career. And you're trying to decide with this other person. This may be your wife. For some of you, your husband may be the Scorpio. For some of you, this is just going to be about you wanting to live lavishly and to have a better material foundation. But a lot of you, this is going to be a new romantic offer coming in here. This is a new energy that's coming in very quickly with the Lovers over here. And this is another, this could be, if you're a male, this could be a female who has Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in her. And she is actually coming in to place herself in the middle of this puzzle as you're trying to figure things out within your relationships and career goals. For some of you, this person may actually be may actually work with you, or he may actually work with you. It's hard to discern if you're this person or this person. But I do feel that this new energy is definitely a loving, romantic, comforting energy that's coming in and wanting to really build a place, to have a stable home, for your children to be stable. Perhaps if you have grandchildren, this could be your grandchildren. You're wanting to be stable. But then we have the Nine of Ariel here, and this is really talking about all of your hard work leading to success. And finally, after you've dealt with a year, this is good news at the end of the year that everything is working out the way it's supposed to, and that you're feeling a relief here, even though you're feeling like things may not get any better here, or there's this sense of boredom or staleness within your home, within your foundation, or within your relationships. This new energy comes in and really re-energizes all that you work for, even your material goals that you have here. So let's just check out the Lovers again, because I know some of you are just wanting to know that. And this missing piece here, this needs, this challenge here, there's definitely a solution that comes here, but there's, again, I'm getting, in many of my readings lately, I'm getting that there needs to be a type of forgiveness to take place. There's been someone has been wronged in the past. There have been obstacles, and there have been missing information where someone may not even have known what is going on here. And during that Venus retrograde, even in your career sector, maybe you are experiencing, Venus is the ruler of your relationships also. So I think some of you are going to go back and, review an old relationship, an old way of life. And you're going to, maybe talk about those missing pieces here. And, but I think you're ready to move on. You're ready to move forward here because you have a lot of opportunities coming here. I think you just don't know which one to take. And you need to really pull away from the challenges a minute, from all this information that you're going to gather between March through June, because you're going to be reviewing relationships. We also have a Mercury retrograde during then. And it's going to retrograde from March 6th to April 15th in Aries, which is your 6th house of work and service, and it's going to go back into Pisces. So there's something about health matters or work matters related to romance, or health matters related to children, that are going to become very dominant in all of the energies that you're going to experience from the beginning of 2017 into the summer. So for some of you are racing back to this lover, or trying to move forward in your relationships, but you're reviewing this old lover. And that's for all signs really with this Venus retrograde. But I see it here in your cards as well, which is not what I expected to talk about with Scorpio. But for some of you, this is definitely a prominent energy coming forward. And it talks about having multiple choices, and the multiple choices maybe in a new career, and going back to school, and finding new ways to make money, and allowing all of the hard work of the past to reach a culmination so that your future dreams can come true, and that you're able to find new ways or methods of stability, and to overcome boredom that has settled in any relationship. And I think there's definitely some stress related to this reorganization of your lifestyle, that, or even with your children, that is contributing to this feeling of like nothing's going to get better. I can't make progress. I'm working so hard at all of these things, but I'm having a hard time seeing the light here at the end of the tunnel. And so these conflicts could be arising from, it seems like, and not just in this card, but all through this, it seems like it's intertwined with energy that you've gotten off the path. You've gotten off the path of moving forward, of looking for a goal. For you, it's like you're going down a mountain. You're just sliding down it, and then all of these things are happening, but you're not in control. And you're just allowing them to happen, and like, oh, okay, I'll pick up this piece. All right, well, I'll figure out what this is. And yeah, that's what happened then, but I'm not real sure if I can make it into the future, and I'm not sure what the future holds. And right now I'm involved in this entanglement with children or romance, depending on who you are. And I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling kind of down about it. And even though I have new opportunities to make more money, and then even though I've invested wisely in the past, and I've, spent all this time building this career or this lifestyle, I just still have some doubts about the direction that I want to go in. And so that's the feeling that I'm getting, but I feel like overall there's this rush of energy in relationships that maybe you're just not expecting. So I'm going to pull for the middle, and it's the Hangman. So this is about waiting. This is about having patience. This is about enlightenment. This is about trying something different. So it's like the middle of the year. So it's like the beginning of the year. It's all of this romance, let me see what I've missed, the grass is greener on the other side, or else you're thinking about dealing with health problems with your children or at work and your relationships and trying to balance the two. And then all of a sudden there's this pause, which is the craziest thing to me, because there is an eclipse this summer, 2 eclipses this summer, one in Aquarius and one in Leo. The first one comes on August the 7th in Aquarius, and this is a lunar eclipse in your 4th house of home. And then by August the 21st, there is a solar eclipse in Leo in your new career sector. So to me, I think some of you Scorpios are going to be moving home. And by that I mean moving house. You're going to be going to a new location, or moving out of the house you're in. Maybe you're moving to town. It could be as simple as that. For some of you, you're moving out of state and you're moving to a new location where this job is, and there's this pause where you're trying to sort of go from one part of your life and one career field and one relationship for some of you, and you're moving towards this this other beginning, but it doesn't really seem like a beginning. This is more like of a finishing up over here that I'm getting. On this side is more of a finishing up. You're finishing something. So while you were kind of gung-ho in the beginning of the year to hurry up and get these things rolling and to hurry up and make these changes, you've had some obstacles and you've needed to find some missing pieces, and you've needed to review some relationships. And then all of a sudden this eclipse energy comes in that brings new changes to your home and family or your living situation. And all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden, you just find yourself in limbo. Like it's like you're, but for some of you, maybe you're retiring and you're moving to a new career field, and that requires a new location. For others of you, this is about this sudden energy coming in, maybe with a lover that kind of throws you off off your game a little bit. You're like, well, I got all this stuff planned that I'm going to do, but now I've got this person coming in, and now I don't know what I want to do. Now I don't know which direction I'm going in. What am I trying to build here? And I think that's going to finish off the year. I'm sorry, Scorpio, and then again, I can't even say that. I think maybe all these other little things that are coming up here, and this, you trying to rebuild this scenario over here, this new life or whatever. You have Jupiter entering your sign in October, and we only get Jupiter in our sign every 12 years. And this is a new chance to really grow yourself, to expand. It can bring travel. It brings all sorts of opportunities. So if you make it through this summer and you get this home change and this this new lifestyle or career change that you're going to be working on, because you're going to be working from August 21st towards the end of the year, because that eclipse is going to take about 6 months of adjustment, and it takes place at 29 degrees of Leo. So it's almost like it's the last career that you're embarking on, or the last job, or the final phase in a lifestyle that you're embarking on the second half of the year. So summer may offer you that limbo phase here with the Hangman, for you to really realize what you want and what you're working towards in your career field, and also with your home and family. Location and relocating, and you're looking for that your dreams to come true, and you've worked hard, and now you've got this, you don't really know how it's all going to play out. So it's kind of like it just goes one step, you're going step by step. And then when Jupiter enters your sign in October, oh my gosh, that's a world of opportunity opening up for you. I'm surprised I don't have the World card here, but maybe for you this is a lot of little things that all of the things that you've been planting seeds for, then now you've got to wrap up the loose ends on the second part of the year to maintain this stability of home and family. But the Empress is here. She likes fun things. She likes, expensive things, but she loves to dote on her children. and she's with you in some regard, and she's saying, let's create something new. She's saying, I'm pregnant with new opportunities, or maybe she's saying, I'm pregnant. This could be a grandchild on the way. This is this person, you know, really showing up to help you out, I think. And it seems like your family becomes involved in this new community. There's you're socializing with different people in the second half of the year than you were with the first year. The first year is very heavy and very goal oriented, and the second part of the year is just very, you know, like I was thinking of the word hodgepodge. I don't really know. It's like a lot of little pieces coming together. And there is definitely love offered here. But this is the kind of love that's, well, I mean, it's the knight riding in on the white horse too. But this knight here, we have to look at the cards surrounding it. And this knight is connected to new opportunities, like in society. This knight is also working hard and is kind of stressed out in their career endeavors. And then this could be you, or someone you're involved with that's a Scorpio. And this is about, you know, finding compassionate ways to move forward. And we have the Empress here. So this is all about this love of trying to re-navigate your life in a different direction, I think. And of holding on to opportunities and grasping a hold of them and embracing them. I did want to pull on this card here. We have the Four of Cups. I'm just going to lay it over here for a minute because my camera's a little off or something since the last reading. I don't know how that got resituated. But the Four of Cups can sometimes talk about boredom. And so I want to be able to give you the right advice. So strength is here with the Four of Cups, and also the Knight of Wands. This is, you know, about you taking action. Or sometimes this can mean a fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo coming in. And but to me, with the three cards together, this is all about you becoming stronger in a more relaxed type of lifestyle. The star is here too, so it's hopes and dreams. This can also be an Aquarius, and with it by the Empress here, this is, you know, more about maybe you have a spouse who is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, and they're really wanting to boost their career. This can also be about your own goals and dreams within your family, and of taking care of your children, and of birthing new projects, and of maybe not having to be so focused on a big career, but like a lot of little projects and a lot of creative endeavors that you have, and getting to spend time with your children and really gaining a sense of freedom and strength through all of these new and maybe even smaller learning opportunities, but nevertheless they're just as important. And I just looked down on the other end of the deck. There is the Decision card, and it's saying to, you know, if you have addiction problems, you need to wrap those up. You need to get help for those. And it's also about letting go of what is no longer working, and finding strength in that decision to let go of what is no longer working, and to go all out for your dreams. Not feeling like you have to be tied down to certain things anymore. There's a freedom in this, that even though this thing is ending, it's almost like one thing is ending with your career, you know, according to the eclipses, or with your home and family, there's this whole new life that's waiting for you. And it comes with freedom. Freedom to, like, grow your own food. Freedom, that's what I'm looking at here. Freedom to, you know, maybe be out in nature more. Freedom to study and learn and grow and enjoy your family, and enjoy those around you, and you know, just getting a breather is the sense that I get. I think the last part of this year is about adapting to a new environment and a new lifestyle, and getting a breather that's not filled with so much stress. I see a little bit of stress here, and I think that's going to come with balancing your finances and trying to get on track in that area, and maybe even having new sources of income. But to me, this is almost like the retirement phase, but it can also be a very powerful, passionate influence here that allows you to just let go of what is no longer working, and to experience new hopes and dreams. And then I think I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers out of here. You Scorpios are always looking for something new and exciting anyway. You're always trying to get to the bottom of the truth. And you're always looking to, for the lack of a better word, catch someone who is messing up, and to figure out what those pieces of the puzzle are that aren't working, and what the pieces of the puzzle are that maybe have failed in your life before, so you want to gain a new perspective. And here I have the balance card. It came up here, so that's an advice card. And then we'll lay beside of it, I have study, so research. So this could be about, you know, finding new opportunities for balance. And also trust comes up here. So some of you Scorpios may actually have trust issues within your relationship. And I know you guys can be suspicious. And some of you have people suspicious of you, where you feel like they feel like you aren't trustworthy, because I know you guys like your secrets a lot. And you guys could have a totally secret lifestyle. I know you Scorpio, you guys could have a totally secret lifestyle, and your partner would never know it, or whoever is around you that you're around on a day-to-day basis would never know it. You guys are good. And sometimes you can be sneaky because you're dealing with so many emotions, and you're needing a constant comfort for those emotions. And so the last card here I have is new beginnings. And so this really goes along with what I said about the second half of the year being the new beginning for you guys, because this is, you know, definitely you're adjusting, and divine timing is here. And this is coming up. I'm going to keep pulling until I get an answer. So yeah, for some of you, this is going to be with your children. I think that some of you, this is new beginnings with your children. And with this other child card over here, and the eclipse coming with your children, some of you really have to protect your children. I know we like to think about airy-fairy romance and all of the exciting things of travel and new opportunity and, you know, all of the good things in life. But this is 3 children cards here that I really have that have come up, and I would ask you to figure out what's going on with your children. There's something you don't know that's going on with your children. With that eclipse, some of you, this is going to be drug use. For some of you, something's wrong with your child physically, maybe, that needs to be looked after. It needs to be, you need to dig more into it. You need to research it more. You need to find the right person. And the help could be actually, who is the help here? This could be a male or a female. But there's a lot of nurturing that needs to take place here. A lot of nurturing. I'm going to put the child card over here. And I'm going to move over to another deck to see if I can get some clarification on the child. I'm sorry, Scorpio, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure this out for you. Well, this is a mixed situation with a child. What I'm seeing here is that there is some sort of cycle that has ended with the child. And there are things that you're going to have to let go of. If you have an older child, this may be in regards to that. There's also this need to take a time out with your family to get your finances balanced properly. And I have two aces here. The Ace of Swords, which is great because it gets to the truth, and the Ace of Summer, which is the Ace of Cups. This is a new love opportunity. So I think that for some of you, you could be moving home and moving out and having to leave your child in the home. For some of you, this is about moving towards a new situation with a new home and, you know, having a new sword available, a new weapon available, a new beginning available, where you're able to get to finally, after all of these mixed signals of what you're going to do in your career, you're able to get to gain some understanding and get some clarification. It's also the card of How Do You Like Me Now? And I have been getting that almost in every reading. It doesn't matter what deck I use. That Ace of Swords is going to help, discover the truth of something. And this truth could be, about wanting to move on, of having anxiety. For those of you who are dealing with a sick child, this is about worry and feeling trapped in a situation once the truth comes forward. But there's so much love that's available here, Scorpio. This is, the love is here. It doesn't matter if you're having sleepless nights, if you're having worry, if you're having anxiety. The most we can ever hope for in life is love. And true love. Now, I'm not talking about romantic love. I'm talking about true love, where someone is willing to offer you generosity and compassion, and they're willing to stand by your side. That's true love, right? So I do see a celebration here. And then I see another thing emerging here too. Some of you Scorpios have more than one lover. And y'all know, I know a lot of Scorpios, and I've known a lot of Scorpios in my life. I have a lot of good Scorpio friends, and I do understand where you're coming from. I do. Some of you have more than one person in tow, and some of you are wanting to move forward with this other person, but you're not ready to. You're worried about leaving your home and family behind, and it's not a good thing, Scorpio. I mean, if you're going to start one relationship while you're ending another one, it just doesn't work out well, and it's a lot of karma to take with you that you'll have to work out. And seems nice in the beginning, doesn't always work out that way. But I think some of you you're wanting to leave this relationship for another one, and you're having a hard time doing that, maybe because of a child in the home. That's going to just apply to a few of you. That's not going to be all of you. For others of you, this is just maybe, I think there's a lot of worry about childhood. There's a significant day here. If somebody is a celebration, a holiday that takes place, I'm getting this is happening over the summer. So it's maybe in the fall. If there's a significant birthday during that time, a significant day that you celebrate. For some of you, this could move into October, I'm guessing. For some of you, this is going to be April. Some of you, it's going to be October, because of the way that I have it laid out here. Just trust me, I don't want to explain how I got that, but it's April or October. It may be both months, is whenever you're able to experience this newfound love and sort of the celebratory mood. And I think that you're going to feel compensated in some way. Once at the end of the year comes, you're going to feel compensated for everything that you've been through. And you're going to have a new appreciation of those that you have around you, and in releasing the past and embracing this new beginning. And I think even the dynamics of who you are, with Jupiter moving into Scorpio, they're going to be changed. Some of you who've been battling addiction, alcoholism, you've you're looking back at the past of these old haunting relationships, or you got this other person on the side. Some of you are going to be getting rid of all of that. And right now you have Jupiter in the 12th, and it's protecting you in that area. Once Jupiter moves into Scorpio in October, then it's going to you're going to feel so optimistic and so ready for new beginnings and this new lease on life, that all of this old stuff is going to seem, you know, it's the end of a cycle. You've reached the end of a cycle, a long cycle, and you're ready. You're going to be ready. So, you know, do what you got to do. You got to go through this Venus retrograde. You got to go through all this stuff this summer, you know, with moving home and being undecided in relationships. Know that it's all going to change, and even your relationships are going to benefit from Jupiter and Scorpio, because it's going to go across your 1st and 7th axis, and it's going to improve all of your relationships, and it's going to be an exciting time. The last thing I wanted to mention was Saturn is going into Capricorn in December. So the majority, so you're going to be doing all this kind of like traveling and redoing yourself and doing you and coming into your own starting in October, but then your work is going to be in your communication sector. So maybe your career is starting with your communication sector. You could be traveling a lot. This could be about writing, public transportation, security, legalities. Maybe you're going to become a security guard. I mean, I don't know. Anything in those areas, it'll work out with you. But it could be a government job also that you're going to be working with. But whatever it is, it's going to, like, all this stalemate and stagnant feeling you felt within your lifestyle, and of just, you know, kind of sitting back on the back burner and doing the same old thing. It's all coming to an end, Scorpio. So give the summer time to work it all out. Review all the past at the beginning of this year. Keep trying to move forward to nail down this new career sector, home sector, family life sector, relationship sector. Nail all that stuff down, because you're still going to be finishing up a cycle in those areas in the second part of the year. I don't think there's going to be new beginnings in a relationship then. I think there's energy coming in that could offer new beginnings, but I think the new beginnings will start to happen in October, when you're really putting yourself out there and you're coming into your own and you're ready. You're ready and willing for a new cycle. So I wish you the best in 2017, Scorpio. If you get a chance, check out my horoscopes at chastrology.com. I do an in-depth horoscope every month. It's not the little horoscopes that you see in the newspaper. I actually do a lot of work to extract information from the stars, to really get a good feel month to month of who you are and what you may be going on in your life, and sort of continue that story, because I always want to talk about what it is that you're trying to work through for your purpose. And astrology is a great tool to help guide us into the future, and it is really just a reflection of consciousness, of all that we're conscious of here on earth. And that's why we have free will, so that we can tap into that. And luckily we have the mirror of the heavens, where we can look up and we can actually see, oh, I see that reflection over there, but that's actually 2 weeks from now, and I see something coming up with home and family. And then it gives you the ability to sort of redirect your consciousness towards that and plan in better detail, and to direct or redirect that energy if you need to, especially if you have health matters coming up. Check out my website. I offer astrological health reading. There's a discovery series on there to really help you understand if you're just starting out with the enlightenment process and really want to understand who you are and what your purpose is here. There's a reading for that. I do an Astro-Tarot reading if you're just wanting a quick and simple answer to something. And a lot of times it can be more detailed, because I'll ask you for your birth information, and then I'll have your chart in front of me, and then I'll do the reading just for you. And those are available on phone or by Skype. But anyway, check out my Facebook page or follow me on Facebook. I put up weekly guidance up there for astrology and spirit-wise also. Or check me out on Instagram at chastrologylight. And sometimes I post like little memes that will have things that you can refer back to as far as the new moon and full moons that take place, and helps give you some guidance, so you can just have it, you know, kind of in your news feed so you don't forget. But Anyway, I wish you the very best, Scorpio, and I'll see you next time.